After hiring a new defensive coordinator today, I wanted to talk about a potential free agent target from the Buffalo Bills, AJ Epenesa. What's up, guys? Swift here covering everything Chicago Bears. And after hiring Eric Washington as our new DC, I believe there is a free agent with some real connections to the Bears this offseason. AJ Epenesa is a pass rusher who developed nicely under the tutelage of Washington and Buffalo. He's a 6'5", 275-pound pass rusher with 34-plus-inch arm length. He fits the mold of what Eberflus looks for in a defensive end, and he's getting better and could come as a value signing in free agency. I recently talked about how Shane Waldron could bring a tight end like Noah Fant over with him from the Seahawks, but I see a similar connection between Eric Washington and defensive end AJ Epenesa. I think he fits Eberflus's scheme perfectly and already has a good relationship with our new DC. The only potential snag is whether or not Poles would buy in on this one. AJ scored a 4.07 on his relative athletic score, so he doesn't really fit Ryan Poles in terms of athleticism, but I think if we could land him at a value, he'd be a great fit across from Montez Sweat. But since we just hired the Buffalo Bills defensive line coach to be our new defensive coordinator, there's always a good chance we could bring over other free agents from the Buffalo defense as well. Other than AJ, the Bills have a lot of other guys scheduled to hit free agency on the defensive side of the ball. Starting safety Micah Hyde, as well as their other safety Taylor Rapp, and a ton of players on the defensive line like Daquan Jones, Leonard Floyd, Tim Settle, Jordan Phillips, Poona Ford, and Shaq Lawson. Micah Hyde is probably the best player on the list, but he's 33 years old. I would focus on the talent on the defensive line, especially if we don't bring in Epenesa. I think Poles could still bring in a rotational player from these potential free agents. I talked about Poona Ford last year. I like his game. I think Leonard Floyd, a former Bears first-round pick, he's an interesting option, and so is Shaq Lawson and others. But one more interesting note when it comes to free agency, Eric Washington did coach Panthers edge rusher Brian Burns as a rookie in Carolina. However, I do think there's zero chance that the Panthers let Burns hit free agency, but I did figure I would mention that connection. Bottom line with all this, though, is that the rumor that Eberflus wouldn't be able to hire a quality staff seemed to have been completely overblown. I love the direction things are heading, and it just has me even more excited for this offseason. If you missed my video earlier today, the Bears have hired a new defensive coordinator. I broke that down earlier, and I have another video, hopefully I can get it out tonight, recapping the East-West Shrine Bowl first day of practice. I got a ton of coverage on the way, guys. Please hit that like button for me. Stay tuned, and until next time, bear down.